It's full time. Arsenal 2, Everton 0 in there for you. Gabriel Jesus on the score sheet, scoring 1 and creating 1 for Bukayo Saka. That's how the game of football has really ended down in America as Arsenal beat Everton by 2-0 in the second half. There has not been a lot of activity. They would have enabled Arsenal to go in and really score in any goal in the for you. They went ahead to really maintain in the for you. They made lots of substitutions in the for you. Almost the entire team was changed and no player really played a full 90 minutes apart from the goalkeeper, Matt Turner, in there for you. I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we'll upload on the daily. Now, lots of positives and some bit of negatives in there for you that Arsenal fans are not really going to go in and see. Because when you're looking at a game like this, you have to be a critic. Leave alone Gabriel Jesus scoring. Ask yourself, how has he scored? Is it the best way you want your number 9 to be scoring? You get? You ask how has this goal come about, and how many times can he go ahead and score goals like those? Those are questions you are supposed to ask yourself in this time of the season, on the preseason, because you need to be looking at an orchestrated match that the reference to it is equivalent to that of the Premier League. You get? Look at the intensity, look at how Arsenal is passing, look at how they are scoring. How are you scoring your goals? Ask yourself the chances that you've given away. If it was a very clinical side, would it have really let you go like that? You get? Because like right now, teams like Everton, their fitness levels, especially the match fitness levels, are not yet to that level that we expect them to be. So today, it's good that Arsenal has won, but I think there are a lot of things to learn from this game if at all you're really a genuine supporter and a well-wisher of Arsenal. You get? You have to go ahead and act as a critic either for you that why haven't we played as we're supposed to play? Fine, Arsenal has won the game, but to me it has not been exciting. You get? These players needed to give more to Mikel Arteta, and I know one of the things Mikel Arteta is going to tell them that, please, we never really killed off the game as we're supposed to kill off, because the link-up play between the midfield and the forwards was lacking. That's why you saw that for the second goal, that pass that really passed through the central axis to find Gabriel Jesus to make a very good turn and face the back four of Everton. Then he used his outer foot to really pass that ball that was missed by Martinelli and then put in the back of the net by Bukayo Saka. It was from the left back. You get? Yet we expect such passes to be coming in from Odegaard, Thomas Partey or Granit Xhaka in the field. We expect Gabriel Jesus to go ahead and score goals coming in all with assists from Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, like that. But the goal he scored, it was a corner kick. How many times do you expect Gabriel Jesus to get such yards of space as he got in that game of football when Arsenal was playing a side which goes by the names of Everton? So those are things that we're going to look at into this game. But first in the positives, one, first and foremost, we start with Gabriel Jesus. He has scored his second goal in his second game for Arsenal in the for you. He scored 2 against Nuremberg. He would have even scored a hat-trick. The other one was given as an own goal in the for you. Here he has come in. He has scored 1 and created 1. It shows you how good the player that Arsenal brought in is. He's good at creating assists, and he's good at so much as far as scoring is concerned. That's why you see that his stats last season while at Man City, let me even check in here, I want to be exact. He had very many, his assists he put up were so much more than what the number of goals he scored. I think, let me check here, I want to be exact. All right. When you look at him in the Premier League, he scored 8 goals and put up 8 assists. Those are 16 goal involvement. When you look at the Champions League, he scored 4 in 8 games, 36 games, 12 goals, 8 assists in the for you. And then there is the Carabao Cup. There was the FA Cup. So you see that the assists put up were so many in the for you, and he is really good at that. He can score for you goals, he can really put up assists, and he has gone ahead to orchestrate it today in the game of football today, and he has saved Arsenal. To me, I will believe that Arsenal was lacking a lot. He was lacking a lot. Is it because that the likes of Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Grant Xhaka, who else have just returned. Because in that team that started of Arsenal, if I told you never knew the lineup of Arsenal that started, let me bring it on the field of play. And you really see it. You're going to see the lineup of Arsenal that really started in the game of today as they played, team which goes by names of Everton, because you 100% need to be knowing the lineup that really did that job in there for you, for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, as you see them there for you. That is Arsenal in there for you, and that's how they really went ahead to start in the game where they've beaten Everton by how many goals? By 2-0 in there for you. When you look at Arsenal, they started with Matt Turner in goal, Cedric Soares, then Saliba and Gabriel Jesus into the central defense, Nuno Tavares, Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. When you look at the players that have really played today, the players that played the Arsenal's first game away in Germany, Matt Turner, Cedric Soares, Gabriel Magalhaes, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. 5 of those. So it might be the reason that these people are not linking up very well, because the fitness levels are not the same. When you look at Gabriel Jesus, he looks like his fitness level is the same. He's on different level together. Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Cedric. You see? So we are really going to weigh in Arsenal exactly in the second game they're going to play on Wednesday, because they're going to play a game in America on Wednesday, and we're waiting to see how that game is really going to go ahead and really show how much they've grown to this game of football. Because I really believe that Arsenal, with the quality they had on the field of play, they would have done more damage to Everton. But the link-up play lacked in a lot. It lacked in a lot. If I told you Martin Odegaard, it's not the Martin Odegaard that we know. He was so much silent, according to me. I expected him to do a lot of double passes and interplays between him and Gabriel Jesus. I just saw it once, and it was in the middle of the park. So I never saw him threaten the goal area of Everton, because Martin Odegaard, with the presence of Gabriel Jesus, I expect him to come in through and really threaten the goal area of every team a lot, because he has in a center forward who can make those runs that can really allow him to expose what he's good about, what his goods are all about. So I believe that Arsenal needed to add in a lot. I never saw Bukayo Saka into this game apart from scoring. What else did Bukayo Saka do? Nothing. And Martinelli, obviously for him, I saw him cutting inside the 18 yards box area of Everton close to four times in there for you. And I said, all right, now I'm seeing glimpses of Martinelli in there for you. And by the way, surprisingly, Tavares is one of the players that has really come in through and did the needful for me. He did things I never expected him to do. He crossed the line. He was really moving across that entire line. He is 5 feet, and however much Arsenal is really going to run him away, I think the player is really trying to improve in the game of football in there for you. So I really believe that Arsenal needs to go on and really add in much more onto this game of football, because I've not been convinced. Because I really believe that Arsenal put up a more interesting show in the second half, you get, against Nuremberg, than this game. Two halves combined. The second half of Nuremberg is far much better than this, because they put up a lot of life. Life was so much into Arsenal when they really came in through. And remember, they never had Thomas Partey, they never had Grant Xhaka, and who else? They never had Bukayo Saka, you get? But they've brought them back, and they've started in the starting 11 of Arsenal. But Arsenal was not really exciting as they were in Nuremberg, because in Nuremberg, in the second half, it was just an eye orgasm. You just couldn't allow your eye to blink, because Arsenal was all over a team which goes by the names of Nuremberg. But here, I never saw Arsenal really giving us that intact football play that we know. The Arteta ball, you get the passing. I never saw Arsenal put up a couple of 10, 15 touches altogether. You get? So to me, I will believe that more is needed on Arsenal. And secondly, I mean, it's them scoring goals, because the fact is most of you will be excited. Arsenal 2, Everton 0. But what have you seen in the field of play? Grant Xhaka gave out 2 balls twice. The first one, it was the one that resulted into a corner that Yereminas headed away. You remember, he really put up a blind pass, and then Dokore led a progressive run, and he really crossed that ball to find Calvert-Lewin. Then Calvert-Lewin rested the ball in his chest, and if at all it was not the quickness of this guy, Cedric Soares, who really came in and really hit that ball into the corner, it was going to be a goal because already Saliba was beaten. Saliba already been beaten, you get? So I don't want Arsenal fans to come in here and really celebrate. The other one, Xhaka lost a ball in the 18 yards box area of Arsenal, and Dele Alli couldn't capitalize on it to really score a goal. But if he does it on a team that really has prolific strikers or forwards, those would have been 2 goals, because the one would have been led into a counter. Dokore, who led the counter, is not good on footwork. If at all it was like Gordon or Gray, who was really on that ball when Granit Xhaka really did a blind pass on the center line, obviously he would have cut inside, and you know what would have resulted? You know what it did to you when you played in the league, when that game that ended 2-1. Nuno Tavares threw that ball, it found Gray, he cut inside and he hit it instantly and went to the back of the net. That's what I'm talking about. Lots of things should be changed at Arsenal. Granit Xhaka was so playful, but Thomas Partey was on point. I really want to credit Thomas Partey amidst what he's going through, but he showed us that when he's on the field of play, he really puts behind all the cartilage that he's having on his mind, and then he really plays the game of football. He played today in the midfield, and when El Nini came in through the second half, he played so much well. But in the second half also, Nketiah looked like he was so much isolated. He was in a no man's island. No one could really go ahead and create. They have no combination. Pepe is doing his stuff. Hector Bellerin comes in through. Instead of passing the ball to Pepe, then get me that ball, he doesn't give it to him. Arsenal looked, in the second half, they look like they are not connected at all. And I think it's better for Arsenal to sell these players who are not part of the dream of Mikel Arteta. I think it's better. Sell them off. Sell Pepe. Sell Hector Bellerin. Sell Pablo Mari. Loan Tavares. Which other player? There is which other players Arsenal going to sell? There are very many players. I counted 7 players in the morning that Arsenal want to sell, because it makes no sense for Arsenal to come in here and give playing time to players that are not in the plans of Mikel Arteta. Why? Why should Hector Bellerin come on the field of play? To do what? To do what? You sell him off, because it's written all over the world that Arsenal doesn't want him to be among the players they're going to use this season. Sell him off. Sell him off. You don't need him. But Gabriel Jesus, for him, I think he's really a bargain, and he's here to show you that, guys, you put your money in the right position. And that's what they are doing. And he has gone ahead to show you that, for me, even if you don't get me or create me chances, I go ahead and create my chances. Let's go to the goals in there for you. You will be celebrating that. All right, Arsenal scored in those goals, but ask yourself, how did those goals come about? That's the big question. The first one, Martinelli cutting inside. It was a corner kick. Cedric Soares really brought it, and it really found Gabriel Jesus unmarked. He controlled it and really hit it into the upper net. It was like a roof in there for you. But do you think Gabriel Jesus is so good at scoring goals from corners? No. And the other team will come in and mark him. The second goal, I think for it it's okay. Because Nuno Tavares does the unexpected. Because as the central defense of Everton was shifting past the midfield, they were caught unaware with the perfect pass from a lad who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. He caught them unaware. So that second goal, for it, Arsenal can score it on any team. On any team. You get? And Gabriel Jesus with an assist to Bukayo Saka. But I'm asking you, the viewers of Arsenal, why is it that Gabriel Jesus didn't get enough chances to really score goals? I want to see Gabriel Jesus scoring goals when Arsenal have really put up a build-up play that is convincing. I want to see Bukayo Saka cutting inside and laying an assist to a man who goes by the name of Gabriel Jesus. I want to see Gabriel Martinelli cutting inside and really laying an assist for Gabriel Jesus. I want to see Nuno Tavares cross the center and really lay into a cross to find Gabriel Jesus. I want to see Martin Odegaard intentionally passing a ball to Gabriel Jesus to score in those goals. I don't want Gabriel Jesus to use his individual brilliancy to go on and really create space and score his goals. No, that won't help you, Arsenal. It won't help you. The only thing that's going to help Arsenal is Arsenal creating chances for your number 9, because a number 9 is meant to score. You get? The more chances you create, the more goals you score. That's what the Bukayo Sakas are supposed to do. You get? So the link-up play was really lacking, according to me. And I will believe that they should go on and really work onto that in there for you. And instead of Bukayo Saka creating an assist for Gabriel Jesus, and it's Gabriel Jesus that came in and created an assist for him. So it should be vice versa for starters. Then that of Gabriel Jesus should come in as a by the way. It shouldn't be a constant. You get? So I think that's why Mikel Arteta was looking for Rafinha, because he knows that he needs another player to go in and really demonstrate to Bukayo Saka that you should do A, B, C, D first before you think of scoring goals in there for you. So I will believe that Arsenal really played. They played very well, but when you go to the tactic side of it, on the tactical board, there are lots of errors and things that we are undone in there for you. I'm having Atanda Ajibola says, you got it right, Gabriel Jesus is a good player for Arsenal. Right, he's a good player. Gabriel Jesus is really one of the best center forwards in the Premier League. And trust me, I will believe in Arteta that he's really going to go ahead and rectify his mistakes and the mistakes the players have done. You get? And Gabriel Jesus, I really put my hand for him that he's going to score 20 goals in the Premier League. Plus, I really think that he's going to even average 30 goals in all the games he's going to play in the season. UEFA Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. He's going to get those goals in. He's going to get those goals in because I will believe that there is going to be a high creativity rate in Arsenal midfield. I will believe that sometimes you'll see Arsenal playing Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, and Fabio Vieira in the midfield. I know it's going to happen most of the times in there for you. Then I'm having Warwick Mail. You don't sell unfit players. There is a lot of scrutiny with players passing medical these days. So the reason why this player is make them fit and ready to be sold. A medical is not about your fitness. It's all about, when they're taking a medical, they test your entire body that it's really in the right shape to play the game. Because fitness can be gained any other day, you get? That's what I know about fitness. But medical does not really require you to go in and really get in those tests in there for you like that if at all you are not fit, you won't pass the medical. No, the medical is all about checking your body organs, checking your muscles, your ankles, every part of your body, whether it's in full shape, because they know that fitness is gained. You get? Fitness is gained. And after they really get to know that you have no problem, they take you to the field of play because they buy you for the potential you've shown them, because they know that your skills are with you. So Arsenal players that are really not part of the plan of Mikel Arteta, they should be sold. And I'm asking myself, why is Arsenal insisting on players like Bernard Leno? Because they're giving you £10 million and you want 11. Why don't you let Bernard Leno go? That is really lagging behind your season. There are players Arsenal should sell. Bernard Leno, one. If you get 10 million from Bernard Leno, you get 10 from Hector Bellerin, you get 10 from Lucas Torreira, you get like 20 from Nicolas Pepe, that is 50. Which other player Arsenal is going to sell? Ainsley Maitland-Niles, when you get like 10, those are £60 million. So I really believe that Arsenal can get like £60 million from these players they are really using in the preseason. And you go in and really bring in players that are really going to impact your season. Just look at just one pure signing, world-class signing of Gabriel Jesus is doing to this Arsenal side. Just look at it. It has really changed it drastically, and Arsenal is having a different shape altogether. Just a single man like this has won the game of Everton. He has won it single-handedly. He scored the first goal. It was a corner kick, you get? Because it was not a team play. It was laid up in the for you. Credit to the set-piece coach of Arsenal. I will believe that he is really responsible for that goal, because Gabriel Magalhaes, Grant Xhaka, Saliba, Thomas Partey, and Xhaka, the tall guys on the pitch, compacted themselves in the mid of the goal. Now, the likes of Yerimina, the Holgates of this world, the Godfreys, and the Calvert-Lewins got to know that, all right, they are going to float that ball where those tall guys of Arsenal are. Then Cedric Soares raised the ball, you get, in a trajectory that went past the likes of Magalhaes, and as it was really finding its way down, it found Gabriel Jesus unmarked. He controlled the ball very well, and then he hit it to the back of the net. It shows you that that goal is a trained goal. It was a trained set piece. It's something that never came out of the blue. It's a trained set piece because the way Gabriel Jesus controlled that ball, he was expecting it. And they tried it for the first time, it failed. And for the second time, it happened. You get? That is how Arsenal really went ahead to score that first goal. But it was trained on a training ground, and I think it's really so much good to see to it that set pieces are really providing good results for Arsenal in there for you. And the second one, you saw what he did. Ball laid in by Nuno Tavares from at the center line. It finds Gabriel Jesus. He makes a very beautiful turn. He used his outside foot, passes into that ball to Martinelli. Martinelli couldn't access it. It finds a Bukayo Saka unmarked, and Bukayo Saka tapped it in the back of the net. So that's how everything really went in through for side which goes by names of Arsenal. But for Everton, they played a deep line for the first 45 minutes, and Arsenal played a high line. Arsenal exerted a lot of pressure, and they pressed in a lot. They made it hard for Everton to play. The only way Everton could play is using that long ball to find Calvert-Lewin. But he had Saliba on him, he had Gabriel Magalhaes on him, and he couldn't really come out to act to the level where he's supposed to be. And I will believe that he's still unfit. He's unfit. Having been injured towards the end of last season, you get, I will believe that he is still trying to find his scoring boots again. So the battle of William Saliba and Calvert-Lewin was won by William Saliba because William Saliba never let him really go anywhere. He was really grazing him like a cow. So it really never go to the worst, because it's always interesting when you see that a striker is really giving a defender hard time, but no hard time was given to William Saliba by Calvert-Lewin, because he was so much isolated. The midfield couldn't really get him to the goal, and I don't blame him, because any striker is always judged on the number of balls that have been given to him, all chances created for him to go in and score those goals. So Calvert-Lewin is really a very good player, but he didn't impress. And I think Arsenal fans are celebrating that. It was so much better that he really had a very worst season. Reason being, he was so much linked to Arsenal way back when he really scored very many goals. I think he scored 17 or 18 goals in the season of 2020-2021. That's when he was linked so much to Arsenal. And Arsenal really celebrating, because if Atoli had performed very well the previous season, you never know. Instead of going for Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal would have gone in for Calvert-Lewin, but Gabriel Jesus is really pretty a good signing for you. Then Cedric Soares really did a good job, and what I liked most about Cedric Soares is the energy to track that line to and fro. You get? There is a time when Calvert-Lewin received a long ball from Dokore, and he controlled it very well, and he had beaten Saliba. And guess what? Cedric Soares came in from nowhere and really cleared that ball into a corner, and Arsenal really was saved by Cedric Soares. So I really like his energy, the way he goes forward and retracts back to go ahead and really help in there for you. And I will believe that I want to do a proper preview of Arsenal on the game of Sevilla, because the game of Sevilla, Arsenal would have played 4 games. Nuremberg, Everton, now in America, they are left with 2 games. They are playing Orlando City on Wednesday, and they are playing a team which goes by the names of Chelsea. I think over the weekend, next weekend, they are playing Chelsea. After playing Chelsea, they fly back to London to get everything done into the proper way as it's supposed to be done in there for you. So Arsenal are really doing great, and they're bringing in Zinchenko, and other signings are coming in for Arsenal. But I'm going to really judge Arsenal on the yardstick of the game they're going to play against a side which goes by the names of game of Sevilla, the Emirates Cup That's when I'm going to see the real shape of Arsenal, because all players would have gained the real fitness. Remember, it takes players 3 weeks to gain back their full fitness to prepare for the season. So far, Arsenal started training on 27th of June. You get? So count those days off. Now count only this week. That means they've trained for like 2 weeks so far. Now we are waiting for another week. So that means on Wednesday we are going to get a more fit Arsenal on the field of play. But Gabriel Jesus was so much forward. I don't know whether he's okay, but let's pray to it that he's okay. We want to see what the manager Mikel Arteta is going to come out and tell us about Gabriel Jesus after the game in the FAU, because the pretty much conference has to be held in there for you, because the manager has to come in and really do the needful in there for you. But it's good to see that the Arsenal has really gone ahead to score all these goals in there for you, and everything is going to go on as planned for Mikel Arteta. Signings are coming in. Alexandra Zinchenko is the next signing to bless the stadium of Arsenal in here onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share, and feel free to let me know who your man of the match was, because mine is simple. Gabriel Jesus. He's the reason as to why everything happened like that for Arsenal. That's it. He's the reason for why Arsenal is really having a very good result of 2-0 and they've gotten that win. Without him, Arsenal wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have done anything. I'm telling you the truth. Because since the second half, they get in Edin Ketia. No one can get him on the ball. When Pepe gets the ball, he's selfish. He wants to shoot from anywhere in Howley. Berlin, selfish. The only positive I saw in that second half of Arsenal, it's Lokonga, El Nini. Yeah, I think those two in there for you. In the midfield, they controlled it very well, though Everton really came in for a high press and they were really attacking Arsenal on the front foot, but Arsenal looked like they couldn't get threatened by Everton in there for you. The other player that really surprised me was Rob Holding. I've never seen Rob Holding so much composed and calm as he was in the defense today. When they brought him on in the second half, Everton was playing on the front foot. They tried to press him when he had the ball in the box 3 times. He composed himself. He used some quick feet in there for you, and he turned on the people that were pressing him from Everton and then passed that ball clearly. The composure and calmness of Rob Holding has given me a second thought about him, because he's someone I've not been rating. I've not been rating Rob Holding, guys. I've not been rating Rob Holding, but now I really rate him highly, because I really believe that lots of things are really changing in his game and he's adding lots to his game in there for you. The other player in the second half that has really been so good is Nketiah. After Nketiah noticing that the midfield cannot really create him chances or get him balls in the box to really go ahead and really score, what he did was he dropped deep and he got that ball. You get? He got that ball and started to drive it. And he was forward a couple of times when he is really trying to create himself space and goals, because they were not really creating him chances. In the entire second half, I never saw Arsenal really build up a play to go on and really attack or threaten a side which goes by Everton. Whenever they went forward, they were selfish. No one could pass to one another. So that's why I really came out and told you that. That's where I based my argument of Mikel Arteta to go in and really sell these players that are not part of his system or plan next season, because they're just wasting his time. Nicola Pepe is wasting your time. Hector Bellerin, sell him off. Sell him off. You get? Ansley Midnight, sell him off, because he is not in your plans. You get? I will believe that Mikel Arteta should go in and really let these players really go ahead and do the needful for you. Now, let me go to the stats of the day. The full stats of the entire 90 minutes in there for you, because you guys need to go ahead and know how it was in there for you. Arsenal's possession was kind of reduced in there. All right, let me throw it on your screen. Smash the like button, guys. We are close to 30 people watching in, and we're only having 4 likes on the video. Let's smash the like button to 30 likes. Let's smash it, guys. Smash the like button in there for you. On your screen are the stats of the full 90 minutes in there for you, as Arsenal took a side which goes by the name of Everton to a 2-goal defeat in America in the M&T Bank Stadium. Arsenal had 12 shots, Everton had 7. Arsenal had 4 shots on target, Everton had 2. 60% possession, 40% possession by a side which goes by the names of Everton. 599 passes completed by Arsenal, just less by 1 to make 600 passes altogether. And 405 passes were completed by Everton. The accuracy of Arsenal was 85%. That is the passing accuracy. It was 89%. The passing accuracy of Everton was 84%. 10 fouls committed by Arsenal, 12 fouls committed by Everton. 1 yellow card for Arsenal, 2 yellow cards for Everton. 0 red cards in the for you, 3 offsides for Arsenal and 2 offsides for the side which goes by the names of Everton. 6 corners for Arsenal, 4 corners for Everton in the for you. But I'm calling out one thing. Players like, is it Todosky? Players like Todosky should be banned from playing football. He was going for every foot of every player of Arsenal. You get? Why in a friendly like this, amidst this game being serious, although Everton has just brought you in as a new signing, they never brought you to foul people. They brought you to come in here and get the team not to be conceding goals. But instead of going for the ball, Twardowski, whom they bought from Burnley, he was going in for the foot of Arsenal players. Players like him should be banned from the game of football. I hate such players. You don't play football. It's like you are here, you came here for war. That's out. That's out. That's really out. I don't really entertain such people on the field of play. Todosky shouldn't be playing games of football. He shouldn't. So guys, tell me who your man of the match was. My man of the match was Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus. He scored 1 goal and created the other. A result that Arsenal stopped on, and they've really gone ahead to win by 2-0. My man of the match is obviously Gabriel Jesus. Who is your man of the match? Let me see him flow into the live chat either for you as you smash the like button, comment and share. But Arsenal has gone ahead to beat a side which goes on Everton by 2-0 in there for you. I know Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to say certain words about this game, and I really promise you that tomorrow, when we are really back in here for you, we will come and really tell you what Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to say in there for you. He has talked about Bukayo Saka extending his contract and very many other things that for you. We'll come in here for you and give you a clear brief on what he really had to say in there for you. But before I go, let me show you Bukayo Saka on how he has gone ahead to adapt what we call the celebration of Gabriel Jesus. I think it was like in appreciation for him creating a goal for him in there for you. That's how really celebrated. That's how Bukayo Saka really celebrated his goal that he scored after Gabriel Jesus really gave him that assist in there for you. That is how the man celebrated. That is Bukayo Saka for you, a man who is really going to earn himself a big, huge contract at Arsenal that's going to see him earn close to £250,000 a week. I go by the names of Rokani David. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. That has been my match reaction to this game of football. I'm out for now. See you later and good night. Tomorrow, we are really coming back on a marathon. I'm out. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. And may the Holy Spirit lead you in everything that you want to be. I'm out.